Yo, what is up guys? It's the Nightwing at Way of Life Esports coming at you guys with another video here today. And in today's video, I will be going over another video that Travis Gafford has put out on his YouTube channel talking about the LCS teams during the 2021 offseason. So in the previous video, it was actually revealed that potentially Hansama, Bjergsen, and Bwipo will be joining Team Liquid actually. And as you guys already know, as per any offseason, nothing is actually set in stone until it is signed, obviously. And then also, if you guys want to be furthermore updated, as you see on my calendar right here, this upcoming Monday, we are going to have the free agency open period fully open, and on .esports Twitch channel, Jacob Wolf and Bloop and several other people will be actually revealing where a lot of these players are going to be going actually. So on that Monday coming up this week, there will be a lot of videos coming out during that free agency open period when Jacob Wolf will be hosting that on the .esports' Twitch channel actually. But let's dive right into this video. And also I have other rumor videos coming out actually for you. I will most likely have them all to you actually today. I got an extra day off of work actually, and I'm going to be really busy on my main YouTube channel, so I want to make sure you guys get all of your content already done. One video is already getting rendered right now, but I will have this video first up, and then I'm actually going to be having the rest of those up right now. So yeah, let's dive right into this actually. Oh, we also have to talk about that Double Lift and, Reginald drama, but that's going to be on the Cloud9 podcast most likely. All right, let's go.
I can't get my hair the way I want it to be this morning. It's very frustrating.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Anyway, the last time I did one of these was about a week ago, but it's time for another updated projections or roster rumor video, whatever you want to call this thing. We're going to do all 10 teams again, though I'll admit that some of the conversation around some of these teams are pretty sparse, but I also want to give a shout out to .esports, Upcomer, and Wooloo. And is there anybody else that I'm forgetting? Please don't let me forget somebody. Anybody else who's like putting any reporting out around the stuff, because again, it's incredibly hard to track because people are constantly dropping different stuff, who said what about what. But everybody's doing great work, so please go check them all out, because some of the stuff that I mentioned here might be something that they've already reported, and I just want to give full credit to all those folks, because I'd feel like a jerk if I didn't. Also, go check out Alienware. They sponsor this video. They sponsor everything I do. It's awesome. Okay, let's get into it. All right, so some CLG stuff. I think previously I had projected their 5-man roster. I don't know if they're going to have Finn now, which I think is what I said before, because obviously he's been told that he can look for stuff. Maybe they're just doing that so that he can like get his contract negotiated down or something like that, or like maybe he is unsure if he wants to be on the team, and so they're like, okay, go look, and then maybe. So I don't know. Maybe they've got some other top in line, but contracts I'm pretty sure on is their jungler. Palafox, I'm not as sure. I'm like 50-50 on that. Luger and Poom, like the contracts Luger and Poom thing, I feel fairly confident about. We'll see. Maybe I'll be wrong, but that's continued to be the conversation for the past week.
If that CLG roster pans out, like, let's just say if they have like contracts, Palafox, Luger, and Poom, I would imagine that's going to be like a 7th to 8th place roster. So a bit better than potentially where CLG have been finishing. Remember, the last past 4 splits, CLG hasn't finished anything above 9th, and they've barely been able to get at a maximum of 5 wins. The other splits, they've had like 3, and then like the max has been like 5 wins for them. So they've been like perennially bottom of the LCS, and they've pretty much not passed anything outside of 9th. So yeah, I hope this roster also isn't like 9th place, give or take like whatever roster we're gonna see, obviously, built during this 2021 offseason.
Golden Guardians. Okay, so they are keeping Licorice and Olive, and then almost certainly they are running Pride Stalker, who is an import jungler from EU.
Pride Stalker? I haven't heard of that guy in a while. Pride Stalker was on Rocat during the it was the EU LCS 2018, Yeah, no. Whoa. I haven't heard of Pride Stalker in a while. He was like this really, really hyped up, rookie jungler, coming out. He played on Rocat, actually. I forgot what split that was actually during. Oh, it was during the EULCS 2017 summer split, actually. Yeah, I remember. He played on Rocat, then he played on Schalke, and then it didn't work out, obviously, on Schalke, and he actually hasn't been on a team for a while, and then, well, you know how Rocat pound out, Rocat got a new roster, and then, obviously they just were fucking terrible. So, yeah, I actually haven't heard of Pride Stalker in a while. That's kind of crazy. They're bringing in this guy, hope he can live up to his potential that people, like, obviously had for him, some years back, though. But on teams like Rocat and Schalke, I mean, he wasn't really ever going to live up to that, too. So, we'll see.
Lost or Prismal, I believe, are who they're looking at in the ADC. I don't know which one they're going to go. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. We're going to have to see. And then, interestingly,
Lost would go from TSM to Golden Guardians. To be fair, I mean, Lost would actually be an upgrade over Stixxay or Prismal. I think I remember who Prismal was. Prismal was a Academy AD carry. He was on, I think, COG Academy, actually. So, I mean, any of those players would be much more better than Stixxay. So I'm cool with that.
enough, potentially making a comeback, they're considering Ole in the support position.
Oh my lord. Okay, Golden Guardians. You sniffing crack? Like, what the fuck?
So, this is what I'm hearing. But I'm fairly confident about Licorice Olive and probably Pride Stalker as well. Again, I didn't mention this at the beginning of the video, but all this stuff, nothing can get signed until the free agency day, so don't bite my head off if something goes wrong, because whatever. FlyQuest, I have no idea who their top is. I heard they'd been trying out Hunter and Jenkins. I think I mentioned that in the episode a week ago, or the video a week ago. I don't know. I'm still very confident in Takuli, Jose Diodo. Aframu, I think other people have already reported it, but I am almost certain that that's their support.
Mm-hmm.
And then Johnson was also still the last I've heard. I don't know if they've changed that since I mentioned it last week, but haven't heard anything to the contrary, so I would project Johnson and Aframu as their bot lane, with me being almost certain about the Aframu situation. Dig.
Well, I hope they get Hanser or the other guy that Travis just said that they were trying to get. Hanser, Jose Diodo, Tukuil, and Johnson and Afro. Seems like a really interesting team, Probably about middle of the pack. That'd be like a middle of the pack team, actually. Dignitas. Like, does anybody really care about this org? Like, oh my god.
Okay, this is where I have very strong belief that, and I guess that you could consider this a report, that they're bringing in Enatron, who's a coach over from Europe. They're going to run Fake God, Blue, who was on SK previously, Neo, and Zazel making a return. You'll notice I didn't mention a jungle. I actually don't know what they're doing in the jungle situation, but I am 90+% confidence in the rest of those players. So,
Blue, yeah, he was on SK Gaming, actually. He was their mid laner. That's crazy. Zazel as well? I mean, okay. Another middle of the pack team. Holy shit. So that's crazy. That's good. I mean, Blue will be a definite upgrade over Yasui, so that's good enough right there for me.
That's very exciting, I think, because this is a roster lineup that I don't think people were really expecting, and I think could be pretty good. Zazel, I think, did a pretty good job playing in the Amateur Academy world this past year, and then I don't know. I am interested. It's cool that they're importing Blue from the European side. I'm guessing they will import a jungle, because if you look at that lineup, they've got an import slot there, so that's probably what's going on there. IMT.
Okay.
This is pretty tough. Revenge and Xerxes are my projected top in jungle. I think they're probably going to stay there. I have no idea who their ADC is. Jizuke, I think, could end up being their mid laner, which would be fun. I would be happy if he kept his spot. And then Destiny, I still think might be their support. I haven't heard anything to the contrary. IMT is really hard. I actually, it's hard for me to know if I just don't know what's going on there or if it's because they don't know what's going on there yet. We'll see. 100T still continue to hear, like, literally.
That's a weird roster. Hold on. I have to play that again, just for a second. Let me start that 1 second again, okay?
Jizuke, I think, could end up being their mid laner, which would
Okay.
be fun. Revenge and Xerxes
Right, Xerxes.
are my projected top and jungle. I think they're probably going to stay there. I have no idea who their ADC is. Jizuke, I think.
Okay, so Revenge, Xerxes, Jizuke possibly. Uh, like, I mean, it's really hard to get excited about some of these bottom tier LCS organizations, you know? Oh my lord, holy shit. Alright, whatever. 100 Thieves, saw something good here, right? Hopefully.
On there yet? We'll see. 100T still continue to hear, like, literally everyone's like, oh yeah, 100T. Like, they are probably doing a 6-man roster with tenacity. They're either like that, they are either doing nothing or they are just like super uber good about making sure no one ever hears anything.
Batman's gone.
I don't want to watch anything Titan related, because, you see the quality of that? That looks like shit. Fuck.
At least from what I can sense. All right, I'm ready to lock in the EG roster. Impact, Inspired, Jojo Pyun, Danny, and Vulcan. The Vulcan thing, I think maybe it could still fall through. I've heard a rumor that there's like a soft rumor TSM might be trying to do something there, but I'm pretty sure that rumor is over, and I feel pretty confident locking this in.
Vulcan's gonna play on Evil Geniuses? Holy shit! Wait, where's Danny going? Danny to Cloud9? You never know.
So, Jojo, if you are listening to this, and Danny, if you're listening to this, please turn away. Mute this, just wait until you see the next logo pop up. These guys should be under so much pressure because, from my understanding, EG did consider running the lineup that I had previously suggested on one of my shows of Impact Inspired Jensen Double Lift Vulcan. Holy shit.
That would have been an amazing roster. That would have been a lit ass roster. Holy fuck.
So this is, I think, instead a bet on the young talent, right? Like, instead you have Doublelift, you have Jensen, and instead you're deciding to go with Danny and JoJo. So there should be a ton of pressure on these guys. I mean, don't go pit pressure on them, but like, oh my god.
Okay.
Like, that is a very bold decision. Obviously, Danny looked great, and I know a bunch of people are going to come out of the woodwork to be like, Double F's been gone, and he's a drama monger and all that stuff. But like, I don't. Yeah, maybe you personally think that Danny was like the better option or something like that. But like, if you tell people you have Danny or you have Double Lift, a lot of people will be surprised if you pick Danny in that situation, even just from a brand perspective. Okay, so. That's what's interesting there. And then JoJo has, to my understanding, very little professional experience near the top. So then you've got Jensen, who's coming off of Worlds where he looked great. It is just a bold move by EG. It really is. I don't know how I feel about it. Obviously, I think in the past I've said that I would have liked to see the other roster, but they're definitely committing to their, like, we believe in young talent type stuff. So we will see.
I mean, they have Peter Dunn, and he's really big on, developing innate talent, and he did it with Danny. He did a really good job with him. I'm so glad, like, there's one big-ish org like EG that want to do that, obviously. I think you could get most of your innate talent building out of these other smaller orgs that will never win a championship, though, and then they would sell them off for more money to the bigger orgs when they've already developed, and then, obviously, you guys see how that kind of cycle goes, but yeah, Inspired, Vulcan, Impact. Pretty solid roster there, But, yeah, they're keeping Danny, actually, from what I just heard, so that'd be kind of cool. The TL roster's probably already locked down already. Hold on, I gotta text Warren. He's the guy on the Cloud9 podcast, though. Okay, so we're going to 8 p.m. So what time do you want? Okay. Alright, let's continue.
And then the TL roster is still locked. so we don't have to talk too much about that.
Wow.
Cloud9, Fudge, Blabber. I've heard Niski. Other people have said that they're pursuing Niski, or Niski's considering going to C9. So I think that could end up being a thing. I've also heard that they might run copy. If not, Sven has re-signed, which again I still think is like kind of crazy because at one point in time he was like the almost for sure player that was leaving, and so I really do think C9 did a pivot back in a different direction after they were out of the Bjergsen race. And then Isles will supposedly be their support. I haven't heard anything to the contrary. So, all right, TSM fans.
That sounds like that roster might. I don't know if they get Niski, Blabber, Niski. Oh, pretty good dual combination. I'm not really happy on the whole Sven thing, but he does have a lot of huge upside if there can be a support that plays for him. Isles, I don't really know. I wasn't really able to watch too many of the C9 Academy games, but I hope he's actually really good. I hope, Lord. Oh, Cloud9. All these other rosters, like TL stacked. EG's gonna look pretty darn decent. You also have 100 Thieves, who aren't gonna be really making any changes, though. Oh, TSM. Oh, TSM's been in the, they've been in the fucking hot water lately. Alright.
I'm sorry. I have very little for you. I am very confident Tactical is going to be your ADC. I could end up being wrong, but I almost think that I would be very surprised if something changed there. I think, but here's my hesitance around locking in Tactical. I'm even a little nervous to lock in Huni. It's because I don't... Look, maybe they know, and it's just not out there yet. Maybe other people know. Maybe I'm just completely ignorant, and everybody I talk to is completely ignorant. But I don't think TSM knows what their roster is next year yet. I think they are still figuring out between a lot of different stuff. I've heard some people, on the scuttlebutt out there, like people talk about this on the TSM subreddit, is that it's supposed to be a European mid. I actually think that they will probably go in the opposite direction, meaning east. Like I think that they will find LPL or LCK, Korea, China player, I don't know, Vietnam or something like that, for the mid and support positions. There's been for a while like some rumor that TSM wanted to run an all Mandarin speaking team previously. Obviously, if you've got Huni and Tactical, that's not an option to you, but like that might be something where like if you see two Mandarin speakers get picked up, it would be very interesting because apparently TSM is like big on China. Blitz is really big over there. So I don't know what they're going to do. I think that they are like on one end of the spectrum you have TL who figures out their roster very early. I think on the other end you have TSM who I don't think does. And I think a lot of folks have been talking this offseason about how it's harder to do deals early for Eastern players because there's just not as much conversation and negotiation that occurs before the free agency deadline or free agency opens or whatever you want to call it. So I don't know. I know TSM fans really want to know what's going on there, and I don't have any details for you. And if somebody else does, good on them. But I think that they're gonna there's a very good chance I feel like that they might we might not know what they're doing on Monday, and we might have almost
shit. So we don't know what the TSM roster is gonna look like. I mean, I think they would go with like Huni, Tactical, and Spica, but importing a mid and a support Mandarin speaker? I mean, I don't know how to feel about that. Ay. It's like, that could work with huge upside depending on the players you get, but if the other players on your roster can't talk to those guys, that's going to be a pretty big issue.
Almost every other team decided completely, or projected, I guess is the right way to put the wording. But yeah, so that is the latest stuff I've heard. Only thing I feel very confident in, like from an almost full team perspective, is EG, TL, and Dig. Though again, we still don't know their jungler. But everything else I think is, I think I did a pretty decent job of telling you guys like where things are. Anyway. Hopefully we'll do some more of this stuff. I will probably stream on Monday before the free agency window opens, and then maybe after that I'll just screw off. I know there's a bunch of other people doing content at that time, or maybe I'll just stick on and react to everybody doing stuff. But I should have full projected rosters as best as I can posting Monday morning before free agency. That's what I did last year, and then it was really fun to like sit around and be like, okay, who else is reporting or announcing or whatever these different things, and comparing my notes to the other stuff that's coming out. So maybe I will do that. So go follow my Twitch channel.
Okay, don't gotta hear any more of that. So, yeah, I mean, Vulcan to Evil Geniuses, that's gonna be... Because that's the thing, is... I don't really personally think Ignar played bad enough, actually. I thought Ignar was actually pretty good. They're taking Vulcan, who had a pretty darn off year, actually. So that's the thing. Also, having Inspired is going to be much better, than having Contracts, Ursvan, Scarin, obviously. So with that being said, I actually hope, that all these rosters definitely look competitive. I just obviously want, Cloud9, to obviously have a competitive roster, but, it's always typical of, of Cloud9, to lose the offseason. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I will see you guys later. Like, comment, and subscribe. Most of all, enjoy. I am the Nightwing, and Way of Life Esports is signing out, guys. Peace. Have a good day. See you guys later. Deuces. I'm out this thing, man. Peace. There's more videos coming on the way today. I think it depends, though. I might have, okay. I think I'll do that instead. I think I'll just put out the other videos that I already got done before this one, and then I'll end up just having this one out last. Yeah, this one is probably better to have out last. So yeah, expect about 3 videos today. Especially, also, you're getting a Cloud9 podcast, actually. So the podcast will probably be done by the time you watch this. So go check out the Cloud9 podcast, new episode. It'll be dropping, obviously, But yeah, guys, see you later, and goodbye. Peace.